And I made a handle on accident. Look at that. At least I'd call that a handle. Not bad for first try. I'm happy with that. And I don't care what you guys think, you woodworking fanatics. I've been cleaning out the brick shed, finding so many treasures I didn't even know I had. I saved from the trash. But the one that I knew I had is this wood lathe. I got it about 10 years ago for $15, which I think is a pretty good deal. It came on this workbench. It was actually just up the road. Some old guy had died, and so I think it was that White House over there. They had an auction, and somebody bought this with an air compressor. They wanted the air compressor, they didn't want this, and so I got it, and I carried it over here. The workbench is good enough, it's serviceable. I might have found the original motor. I think that might have been the original motor. Oh hey, there's another motor. Oh, there's so much stuff back here. And that's another motor. That might have been it, yeah. I honestly can't recall if it came with a motor or not, but ooh, that's kind of... Even if it was original, it might not be the one to use. This one seems pretty good though. But let's get this cleaned off because there's still a lot of debris from this, well, junk storage that's been covering it up. I'm a metal worker at heart and more of an electronics person myself, as you can see. And so oddly enough, it's at a time like this that I appreciate and am really happy for my past hoarding self. Because sometimes whenever I see something, I'll grab it, and then, you know, like I was just a child whenever I got this. I didn't really know what I was doing. But I got this for $15, and for the longest time I didn't think it had all the pieces because I was only familiar with what a metal lathe looked like, and so I just kind of sat here. Turns out it has all the pieces, not bad for 15 bucks. And then last year I found this for 25 cents at a yard sale. It's like a tool thing, so that's enough to start with. And if I really need, like, I can actually build my own tools. Just start with a railroad spike and use all the metalworking equipment I have in my other workshop to do this. I do worry I might be getting ahead of myself a little bit because my goal with this wood lathe is to just jump into trying to make a product with it. And I imagine if I actually tried woodworking, I probably wouldn't be doing this because when I go to the scrapyard, there's just wood lathes everywhere. I keep stumbling across them. So obviously people keep buying these wood lathes and doing woodworking and they just never do anything with it and then they throw it all away. It kind of makes me wonder, is that an issue with them or is that an issue with woodworking? Am I making the same mistakes? Well, I plan to modify this wood lathe to be as streamlined and efficient at making wooden handles for mallets as I can. And one of the things that I found was a bucket full of pneumatic pistons. Some of them are spring-loaded. Some of them are very short, like a movement stroke, very short strokes. So I finally have that. I have control components somewhere, and I think we can get this going pretty well. Dare I say it hasn't looked this nice in, well, decades most likely. Looks like there was a power switch right there, so I can find one to put back. As for the belt, that'll need replacing. It's cracked. I can almost crack it in my hand. Oh, that's gone. Hey. Okay, interesting. I'm a total idiot when it comes to this. As for how I expect to develop some skills and expertise at this, I plan to start by trying to make some replacement handles for old tools that I have, and I think that should be a simple enough task. and then I can move on to having longer handles for, well, a lot of tools that I need, but primarily because me and Bill wish to make wooden mallets and sell them, because we think we can actually get it working quite well. And I want to make this, well, I'd probably make a brand new tailstock instead of modifying that one, but I'm going to use some of those pneumatic pistons to do two things. Make this to where it automatically goes in and out, because we'll just be making multiples of the same piece. So it'll be nice to have a foot pedal, which I have several of from heavy equipment, that you press it and the thing goes out and then back in. And you have time to take the handle out and put a new 1x1 in, because I think I would most likely start from 1x1s, or at least I would cut it down to a shape similar to that. And then if I wish to get really fancy and modify this to be even more efficient and streamlined, I'm thinking it would be neat to have these little things that bolt onto here, and they actually have a piece that flips up, and it's like a V-shaped holder. And so it has one flip up and then one flip up. They'd be pneumatically powered with some of the tiny pneumatic pistons that I have. And that way I would have something to set the wood on, and then this would clamp it, and those would go back down, and it'd be automatically centered. So if I ever want to just like keep doing them, I'll carve out the handle. Those things will flip up. I'll take it off, put the new one on. It'll lock. Those will go back down, and I'm good to go. Because I imagine centering wood on a wood lathe is a time waster if you can possibly mechanize it. So I want to get this working, and then we can take it to Bill's house and have it in his basement, and we can actually like maybe even do some real good restoration on it. And that's where we're going to actually have a nice workshop set up to build things. Forgive me for being a bit scatterbrained with this video. I'm not in a mood to film a video, so it's not coming out very uniform. And I don't even know where my tripod is. That's how scattered I am. What? Yeah, that's weird. Oof. A lot of junk. It's actually not too bad. Just a bit of rust, and that can be cleaned up. It's definitely not light. Alright, so there's a screw. Oh! I get it now, so that comes off. Let me get a cloth. Got some nice viscous gearbox oil while I was at it. Okay, there's a set screw. Set screw. Set of bearings that are really gummed up, so that can be fixed as well. Maybe. Well, one good thing, it does have a label, which is nice. Sears Woodworking Co. 103.21/600. finally. Now what on earth was up with that? Looks like it was just really worn out or something. Who knows? Let's see. That looks pretty good. That one. You know, for being 30 years old, these aren't too bad. This is one of the old belts that my good grandfather had whenever he passed away. So that's pretty old. Kind of surprised it's still so pliable, but I guess it's been inside for all this time, so why not? It's a bit big, so mayhap one of these ones would be better. That would fit, and that would almost fit. Well, it appears someone didn't know that there was a key there, and so whenever they connected this on, they didn't get the, or whatever that is called, they didn't get that lined up, and so it was spinning. And so there's a lot of scoring on there, but oh well. What's nice is that's flippable. One nice thing is this is flippable, so like once this gets worn out, I could do it on that side and flip it around. It's just so weird, I don't know. Oof. I keep feeling like I'm gonna break this because this is not a healthy amount of hitting. Okay. Now this is a bearing that goes on top, but it just seems really stiff. So let me put some of this high viscosity gearbox oil into it, and wow, that's already going good. I get that. So this little indentation on the top is so a screwdriver can fit through and do that screw. That's kind of cool. Now inside of here there is one little hole for grease. Which I think should have a big effect. Oh, that's going well. Over here is I'll put some in there. Good enough for me. Alright, I've found a motor that has a pulley, or what's it, whatever it's called. This is actually one of my earliest videos back from like 2010. Was fixing this. And, oh, perfect. Found these bolts in a rusty bucket of junk that I got for free, so once again, I haven't added much to my total cost. Still at about 15 bucks for this. Oh wait, no, I paid $1 for this pulley. Forgot about that. So it's 16 bucks. And then 25 cents for the tool. Damn, this was thick. Well, that bolt didn't even go through. It's kind of funny. Well, it's about dead. But, oh well. It occurred to me if I just make it smaller, then these bolts can actually act as screws. So it shouldn't be much of a problem then. Be prepared for some noise, but I have it mostly hooked up. It rubs on this part though. I really need to understand what makes this thing tick, because if I understand right, I mean, I don't understand how you could have a wood lathe with it being a not live center, so... But it looks like this is just a solid chunk. That's just weird. I would expect that to be like it would spin. It's a bit bewildering. The grease that's on here is quite a mess. Funny how that's easy to take in and out now. You know what? I'm going to put a little bit of grease or oil on there. Found a piece of wood. Well, I guess I should probably get rid of the staple first, Good enough for me. Not scary at all. So much pushing against that. Oh well. Shouldn't this be level with that? Why is it so much lower? That's odd. Oh well. That is fucking awful. Wow. It's probably just the wood though. The wood's old and miserable. And the tool, no doubt I'm using the wrong tool. That's awful. Oh. Just to cause more mayhem, I'm grabbing a random tool, a saw rasp. We can see if that can do anything. I guess it can't go around. Oh well. Whoa, that actually kind of worked. Now this wood's like, this is on our old porch back whenever I was a kid, so this is from like 1992. It's been outside all this time. It's pressure treated lumber. It's not too bad. As all that stuff from the brick shed has been emptying into here, the workshop's been getting worse and worse. I think you're supposed to sharpen these. I have no idea. I'm going to try sharpening it though. I can see why a switch will be helpful. And I made a handle on accident. Look at that. At least I'd call that a handle. Not bad for first try. I'm happy with that. And I don't care what you guys think, you woodworking fanatics. Probably should have made it thicker, but oh well. Whatever. Who cares? Well, that's pretty much it. I think this is showing good promise. And I'll be able to take this to Bill's place. And we can get it all going well. And get the motor hooked up better. And get the belt fixed. Because it's already worn off the lettering, I think. No, it still has some of it on there. It's not too bad. But we'll have a nice tensioning mechanism. And I can get some more tools, because the tools that I've seen people use on videos and such, they're like a cup shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a pipe, because God knows I have enough pipes. I'll find a pipe, like a water pipe, perhaps. I want some of that size. I'll cut it down the middle so it'll be a half pipe, and then I'll put a handle on it. Might even put that handle on it. Maybe something long like this. And so then I can have a nice long handle and a metal tip, and it'll be easy to sharpen because I can just put it on the grinder. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. Well, it might not have been very quick, I don't know. I'm too out of it to really keep track of how long this video's gone on for. And thank you very much for watching. See ya! Isn't it funny whenever sometimes you just can't believe that you actually got around to doing something? A whole decade to do this. But I'm finally using it. Oh my God.